Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. For those who are new here, welcome. I'm Libby.
And I'm Este.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about CLE Cosmetics. In particular, there are two makeup products that are currently bestsellers on our website. They're CCC Cream and Melting Lip Powders, which are staples in our current makeup routines, especially for every day.
It's definitely a favorite of ours, and from what we see from all of our socials and requests, we do get a lot of questions about the CCC cream and the melting lip powder, hence the video. There's a lot of questions about what shades will suit what skin type. For the melting lip powders, what's the difference between this shade and that shade. So today we want to cover all of that, make sure that you make a confident decision on what you purchase. So Libby, for those who don't know what the CLE Cosmetics CCC cream is, what is it?
So the CCC cream stands for Color Control and Change Cream. It is pretty much like your BB cream, but with a little bit more coverage, I would say. It's more of a foundation rather than a tinted moisturizer. We did do a separate video all about the CC cream, how it works and what's so unique about it. So check that video out if you haven't yet. But for now, we're going to solely focus on the colors because that's the fun part. So let's get swatching. For the CCC cream, there are 10 shades available. Honestly, I wish they did throw in a couple more shades there to expand the shade range.
Same, I think this formula is so beautiful, and I think it would be so great if they could extend the color range, but for now we're going to have to work with what we've got.
The first shade is a shade called Light, and that's a fair ivory with a soft neutral undertone. The second shade is called Warm Light, which is a fair to light shade with a creamy warm base. The third shade is Medium Light, which is a true nude beige with a neutral muted undertone. Then we've got Warm Medium Light, which is ideal for light to medium skin tones that can tan easily in warmer seasons. Then we've got Medium, which is a cooler buff beige with neutral taupe undertones. Then we've got Warm Medium, which is ideal for olive skin. This is a medium shade with warm beige undertones. Then we have Medium Deep, a subtle mauve base with soft sienna overtones. Then we have Warm Medium Deep, which is initially a warm ochre color that blends into a true tan. Then we have Gold Medium Deep, which is initially a lavender grey that blends into a bright golden brown. Then finally, the 10th shade, which is Deep, a light mahogany with russet undertones. So those are the 10 shades. And you know, the beauty about this is that you can be as creative as you want and mix them. You don't have to stick to that one shade. For example, like me personally, I like to mix medium and warm medium. Sometimes I feel that the medium's a little bit too cool or ashy, but the warm medium's a bit too orange, and there's quite a difference between those two shades, even though they're next to each other. So I like mixing them to get a color that's closest to my skin tone. Or you could even reach for a darker, like a much darker shade than you usually are, but get a paler one and mix them together. You might find that that's a perfect color for you. So the shades that I usually reach for in the CCC cream are the Warm Medium Light or the medium mixed with the warm medium. So the warm medium light I usually use on days where I'm a bit lighter, not fake tanned, a bit paler, so that's kind of my winter shade. Or when I do have fake tan on and I want a bit more warmth to my skin, I do go in and mix the medium with the warm medium. Now the reason why I don't use the medium by itself, which is just one shade up from the warm medium light, is because I find that it's a bit too ashy for my skin, and that's fair enough. It is a more neutral undertoned shade. So that's why I go ahead and mix in a little bit, just a touch of the warm medium to give it back that warmth. Now I will say the difference between the medium and the warm medium is quite significant. It's such a shame that they don't have a shade that sits just in between these two, because I would love to use that and just use one product. But for now, it's fine for me to just mix the two. For reference, in the L'Oreal True Match Foundation, I am a shade 4D 4W, and I find that this shade is one of the rare foundations that suits me perfectly. Like, it is the most closest match that I've ever received in a foundation before. So that's why I'm using this one as a reference. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what the Warm Medium Light looks like on one side of my face, and on the other side what the medium mixed in with a touch of the warm medium looks like. I do have to point out that all of the shades do start off as this really white, pale, or initial lighter color than what the color actually is. So don't be scared when you squeeze it out of the tube and you see this white foundation, that's not what's going to be the end result on your skin. It just starts off like that because of the way that it's formulated with the microcapsule technology. So this goes onto your skin and it requires the friction in order for the pigments in those capsules to be released and adjust into your natural skin tone. So this is the warm, medium, light. Watch the magic happen, because as you can see, I have some pretty insane hyperpigmentation going on at the moment. That's my main skin concern, along with, you know, redness, acne, scarring. And when I discovered the CCC cream, I was like, what the hell? This stuff has covered so much of my pigmentation with such minimal effort, and I don't need layers and layers of foundation to do so like I do with some other foundations. It's crazy how much coverage this product gives. How crazy is that? That was just like the tiniest amount that I applied onto my skin, and it's just already given me like an even canvas to work with. Now I can go in and build on certain areas that I want to, so like pigmentation here and here, but already with just that tiny amount of CCC cream, it's just covered so much already. So when I'm mixing the medium and the warm medium, I don't do like a 1-to-1 ratio mix. It is mainly the medium and just a smidgen of the warm medium, because if you do an even mix of the two, it will err more on the orange side. So more of that warm medium. And as you can tell, it is a bit more warm, this shade. Bit more bronziness to it. Look at that. Holy moly, I am so impressed. What surprised me the most about this CCC cream was the coverage. When we first got it, I was like, I'm not sure about this thing. It's BB creams, from what I've experienced, are very sheer, and because my biggest skin concern is pigmentation, I look for products that can just, you pop it on with the least amount of product as possible, but still do the job with covering dark spots, and this has absolutely done it for me. You hardly need any, and it just covers it so well. So this is just one layer of the CCC cream, and you can tell already that my complexion has just evened out, the skin tone has evened out, everything looks nice and natural. If there are still dark spots or pigmentation still showing through at this point, you can still go in with another layer if you like, or just spot conceal with your concealer or the CCC cream. So in this case, I am just going to go over the areas with the CCC cream that I want to cover, and just dab with my foundation brush, and there you have it. Look how beautiful the finish is. It is definitely a more dewy finish. I will say that when I wear this one throughout the day, I do find that my T-zone does become more oily. So I would personally go in and powder the T-zone or any other areas that I do get oily in, especially in the summer. Do not expect a matte finish from this whatsoever. It is super dewy.
The other product that we wanted to go through was the melting lip powders, and we get so many requests for these ones, and we do have free samples for these, so just request it on the product page if you want. So we've got 6 shades here, which are in the mini size. So if you request for a sample, you'll get one of these little babies, and there's, I think, plenty in there for you to use it a few times and see whether it suits your complexion and your skin. One by one, I'm going to go through applying them on my cheek and my lips so that you can see the different shades. As you can see, I've already got some foundation on and I've already done some eye makeup, so I'll just be applying it on my cheeks and my lips. So the first ones we've got, I wanted to first use as a comparison, is Nude Blush and Lady Guava. So these two, they're very similar in color, and we do get some questions asking what the difference is between the two. So Lady Guava is slightly pinkier than Nude Blush, and Nude Blush is much more corally and orangey. What I'll do with these two shades is apply one on that one cheek and one on the other, so you can see the difference directly, and then obviously half of my lips. So Nude Blush is the one that I use every single day. I think that it suits my skin type quite perfectly. I've got more of a yellow undertone, so this just seems to work really well. These are best applied when you don't have powder on, so it's best to apply them, then apply your translucent powder on top. And I like to just work with my fingers when blending these out. So that is Nude Blush. Let me just apply on half of my lips. And as you can see, it's not very far from my natural lip color. It's a little bit more orangey, I guess, but not unnatural. Now going in with Lady Guava on this side. So as you can see, I've got nude blush on this side, a more orangey shade. Then I've got Lady Guava on this side, a more pinkier finish. The next one we've got is Berry Mauve, and this one's a cool berry hue with a deep sort of pink and purple undertones. So obviously the darker you go with the colors, you want to be a little bit more light-handed. So you can really see that pink, sort of a cooler tone hue coming through, and I think this would be beautiful for deeper skin tones. So here we have Desert Rose, which is a deep sort of dusty red with a brown undertone. So this is Desert Rose. So on the cheeks it looks much pinkier, but on the lips it looks like a sort of a redder, but you know it's a bit of a deeper red, like a wine color, which is super nice. And again, I would really think that this would suit really nice sort of deeper skin tones. I mean, it would suit everyone, but I think deeper skin tones will look particularly nice, or this would suit them quite well. On the packaging it does look really deep and a little bit scary and intimidating, but once it blends out and once it's on the skin, it doesn't look scary at all. It looks like a very wearable color. Next we have True Red, which is your sort of classic bold red color. So unlike the Desert Rose, which has a deeper sort of wine color with brown undertones, this is your plain good old bold red, true red color. This is True Red. So as you can see, this is your sort of very classic bright red color, and I love how even when you've blended it out on your cheeks, it doesn't look unnatural. It almost looks like you've just, you know, someone's complimented you and you've just blushed a little. That is really what it looks like, and it looks so natural and beautiful and blends like a dream. That is gorgeous. And this is what I love about the melting lip powders, is that you can wear it both on your lips and your cheeks, and it on both aspects of your face looks super natural. Last but not least, we've got Hot Choco, which is a warm cocoa shade with sort of a golden undertone. And this is Hot Choco. So as you can see, this one, the color is, compared to the other ones, a little bit more muted, and this I think is more suited to people who don't like the bright colors and like something a little bit more, just to give the face a little bit more dimension, but not necessarily color. And I think this is beautiful, just bring that dimension through and give that sort of 90s nude lip sort of look, just to deepen the look of the lips. And I think it just still a shade that sort of looks a little bit intimidating in the jar, but definitely super natural on the actual skin. I actually think this would look great as Hot Choco on the cheeks and then a really nice true red on the lips. I think would really suit this skin tone, and either color wouldn't be clashing with each other, and it would just give you the most natural and most sort of well balanced makeup look. I thought I'd quickly jump on to show you guys what Hot Choco and True Red looks like together. I find that they complement each other so well. Each color doesn't scream for attention, yet you can see the colors and they're working really well together, and just gives such a natural, sort of beautiful, well blended, well matched look. What I love about Clay Cosmetics melting lip powders is that each color just works so well with different skin tones, and it's such wearable colors. And I find that when I've trialed all 6, they all seem to suit me, I find. And I guess it's just the color that I would choose would really be dependent on the occasion and what I'm wearing on the day. But something like this, like a nice pink top with a true red and hot choco cheeks, just looks so nice.
So those are all of the shades of the Clay Cosmetics CCC Cream and Melting Lip Powders. We hope it gave you a bit more insight into the undertones of the colors, what they look like on the skin, what they look like by themselves and mixed.
We hope that it was a helpful video to you, and hopefully it's sort of narrowed down your choices on what you think will suit you. But don't be afraid to request for samples, because you know that's the true way to know whether it suits you or not. Hopefully these 2 products become favorites to you as it did for us.
Please feel free to visit the products on our website, because we have everything you need to know about them, the ingredients, how they work, their benefits and everything in the descriptions, and also further pictures that you can browse and have a look at. But if that still isn't enough, feel free to just send us a message, send us an email, and we'll be happy to help with any questions that you have at all about these 2 products. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.